Hi everyone, this is the Nordic Venture Show, your guide to the exciting world of Nordic startups and venture capital. In today's episode, we're exploring a startup called Estrid.
Welcome to the deep dive. We're going to be taking a deep dive into Estrid razors today. We've got a whole stack of info here.
We do.
We're going to break it all down for
You're
you.
going to slice and dice it.
Okay, so first impressions.
Yeah.
When I pulled up the website, I was kind of struck by how bright and cheerful it is.
It's very poppy. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not afraid of a little color, are they?
Definitely not. I think that tells us a little something about their brand identity right off the bat.
And right there, front and center, they're showing off their face razors.
Interesting, right? Because they really made their name with body razors initially.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So is this them, trying to appeal to, I don't know, a wider audience?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got to shave something, right?
True enough. Okay, so subscriptions.
Ah.
Seems like every razor company out there is doing it these days.
Right. It's the hot trend. And it makes sense from a business perspective, guarantees that recurring revenue.
Yeah, that steady income stream.
Yeah, exactly. But, and this is key, I think Estrid recognizes that not all subscription models are created equal. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm listening.
They really emphasize that flexibility, you can choose how often you get blades, pause, cancel, the whole 9 yards.
Which honestly is a breath of fresh air.
Mm.
I am so over those subscriptions that just keep sending you boxes of stuff you don't even need.
Oh, tell me about it. I think Estrid knows that's a pain point for a lot of consumers, and they're trying to address it head on.
Makes you more willing to give them a try, when you're not worried about getting stuck.
Precisely. Now, another thing that caught my eye, they're all about that direct-to-consumer model, online only.
Cut out the middleman, huh?
Exactly. Which means they can offer those lower prices compared to, the big brands you see in stores.
And let me tell you, they are not shy about it.
Save, save, save.
Practically every other word on their website.
Mm.
But, and this is important, I don't think it's just about the price. They're pushing the high-quality materials, the vegan-friendly angle, the whole, sleek design thing.
Right, right. It's like they're selling a lifestyle, not just a razor, and they're very clearly targeting a specific type of consumer.
Oh, totally. And I think that's really smart.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're going after the ethically conscious, design-savvy shopper?
You nailed it. Someone who cares about where their products come from, how they're made, and what they say about them.
It's almost like they're selling an idea, you know?
100%. They're tapping into something bigger than just the need for a shave.
Okay, so we've talked about their brand image, their subscription model, their whole vibe.
Right, and how they're positioning themselves in a crowded market.
So where do we go from here? What other aspects of Estrid should we dissect?
Well, I think it's time we dug a little deeper into their product line because it goes way beyond just racers,
Oh, really? Tell me more.
There's a lot to unpack there. And then, of course, we can't forget about that Daily Mail quote that caught your eye, right?
Oh, yeah, that. There's something about that whole gender-neutral pricing thing that I definitely want to get into.
Definitely. We'll unpack all of that and more right after the break. They've got, the whole shebang.
Ooh, spill the tea. What else are they offering?
Well, you've got your exfoliating scrubs, shave gels, lotions.
Okay, so they're really going for that whole, complete body care system then.
Makes sense, right? I mean, it's all about creating that one-stop shop experience.
Oh, for sure. And it plays into that whole lifestyle branding thing we were talking about.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, that Daily Mail quote, right? The one they've got plastered all over their website.
Ah, you picked up on that, huh?
Hard to miss. So what's the deal with that?
Well, it's all about that social proof, Having a big-name publication like the Daily Mail backing you up, it lends you credibility.
Especially when it comes to something as, I don't know, potentially contentious as pricing.
Precisely. And that brings us neatly to their whole gender-neutral pricing strategy.
Yes. That's what I want to unpack.
Yeah.
'Cause what does that even mean when we're talking about razors?
Great question. So there's this whole history, right, of what people call the pink tax,
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
where products marketed to women, like razors, are often more expensive than, basically the same product marketed to men.
Oh, yeah, the pink handle markup drives me crazy.
Exactly. So Estrid is positioning themselves as, challengers to that whole outdated idea.
So they're saying, look, a razor's a razor. We're charging the same price no matter who you are.
Essentially, yeah. It's a bold move, right?
For sure. And it seems to be resonating, at least from what I'm seeing.
It speaks to this growing awareness, of inclusivity, of transparency and pricing.
People are demanding it.
Exactly. And it sets them apart in a market that's often been criticized for, well, exactly that kind of gendered pricing.
Right. But it does make you wonder,
What's that?
is this truly like a revolutionary act? Or is it a really savvy marketing tactic? I mean, they're definitely appealing to a certain demographic with that message.
This is a million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, are they genuinely trying to shake things up?
Right.
Or are they, like, really good at tapping into what modern shoppers want?
It's tough to say for sure, right? I mean, on the one hand, yeah, it looks like they're pushing for fairer pricing, which is great.
Right.
But then again, maybe they've just figured out that this message really resonates with a certain group of consumers, and they're using that.
It's like you were saying before, that social proof thing. that
Exactly.
By, like, calling out the industry standard, they come across as this brand that's in the know. A brand that gets it.
Totally. And that can be so powerful, especially these days.
It's not just about the product anymore, right? It's about what the brand represents.
100%. People want to buy from brands that share their values.
It's like, I'm not just buying a razor, I'm buying into this whole idea.
Exactly. They're selling a feeling, an
Yeah.
ethos, along with the actual product.
And Estrid, they're really good at that. Like, they've built this whole narrative around transparency, ethical production, inclusivity.
Yeah, and they've managed to do it while still selling something that, at the end of the day, is, a pretty basic product.
The razor's a razor, right? But they've made it, I don't know, aspirational.
Totally. It's clever. You got to hand it to them.
It really is. And it just shows you, right, like, to win in today's market, you got to be about more than just a good product.
It's not enough anymore.
You got to understand your audience. You got to be transparent. And, yeah, sometimes you got to shake things up a bit.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So there you have it, folks. Another deep dive complete.
We covered a lot of ground today.
We did. We took a good hard look at Estrid, their branding, their products, their whole approach.
And hopefully gave you some food for thought.
Exactly. Now, go forth and draw your own conclusions, because that's part of the fun, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy deep diving, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Nordic Venture Show. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of innovation from the Nordics.